In this RouteCAD tutorial video, we will see how to manually route a sequence of objects with the RouteCAD CAD/CAM software in CNC lathe. We have already designed many construction elements in blue, which represent a chuck holding tool. We also have designed a cylindrical workpiece, and we also have made a path with a construction line in red that we would like to route. The last thing we have is we have designed a representation of a cutting tool with the X, with the Z and X axis. Now, what we will see how to do is to make with the RouteCAD CAD/CAM software for CNC lathe follow a certain path on a CNC machine. The path that we would like to follow is a path where the cutting tool tip is at the 0, of the CNC machine, and it will go very deeply in the material and cut this profile of revolution in one pass. Obviously, when we want to make a part, we don't want to cut in one pass, we want to cut in several passes. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we will see how we can cut in one pass, just to see how to use the RouteCAD CAD/CAM software to follow a certain profile. Let's see how it's done. The first thing we have is we have a point. We can see that small x is a point that is at the origin, and it also, in this case, we made the origin of that point, or that point at the same place, or represent the same place that will be the home location on a CNC machine. So basically, we draw this blue construction element to represent how our CNC machine is set up, and this point represent the 0, location on our CNC machine. So what we're going to do next is route this point and then route all of this line to make this profile of revolution. What we also want is we're going to go to view, and we're going to make sure that display route arrow is selected so we can see what is actually happening. And we're going to go to machine, and we're going to select route semi-automatic. Now what we want now is to start routing. And recall that everything in red are construction elements that are not routed yet but can be routed, and everything in blue are construction element but keep out element, or keep out of route element that cannot be routed. And this allows us to actually we can draw on the same drawing a representation of what is actually happening, and also a cutting path on the same drawing. Like this, we can really visually see what is going on, and the fact that this construction element can never be routed in blue, even if we try to click on them to route them, it will not work because they are construction element. So what we're going to do is we're going to route very first the point over here. We place our mouse over it, and we click the left mouse button. So this point is now routed. If we place our mouse over it and we click the middle mouse button, we can see that it's a point and it's the first object to be routed. Now we're going to go back and we're going to start routing this profile that we want. We're going to click on the first element and we can see what's going to happen. The CNC will move from the 0, 0 home location to the first location it needs to be routed. And when it's moving, it's going to be using rapid travel speed. And when it's going in the material, it's going to be using cutting speed. Now we're going to go on the click on the next element, and on the following one, we're going to click on the arc and on the last element. And here we have it. We have basically defined a cutting tool, a cutting path that can be used on a CNC machine. Obviously, we need to export the G code for CNC lathe after that. But we basically define a cutting path for a CNC machine to produce a surface of revolution. And what we can also do, we can click the middle mouse button on any of this element, and we can see the routing order, how each element is being routed. But I have to stress out that this example, we do not really want to go and cut deep in the material in one pass, but as an example, to basically be able to see how we can manually define with the route semi-automatic a cutting path for CNC lathe. This is how it is done.